welcome to the show, folks. That's right. You'll see you got the American Adversaries. That's right. It is drive time, prime time on AM 660, The Answer. I am Christopher Hart, and I am coming to you live from the Mercury Free Broadcasting Studios. And please don't forget, for the very best in general and health center dentistry, call my dentist, Dr. James E. Hardy, at 407-678-3399. He'll take good care of you over there. And don't forget to ask him about his great book, Mercury Free. All right, we got a big show lined up for you tonight as we come to you live. You know how this works if you want to be a part of the show, especially if you want to have something to say about what old Jeb Bush is coming out speech this afternoon. If you got some comments about that, love to hear them at 407-774-8255. Lucas Paris has us up on the Periscope, so you will be able to go to our channel on YouTube. That's American Adversaries TV, and see us up there shortly. It's there's a segment delay, so when this segment's over, it goes up, but it's up there permanently, so you can watch it at your convenience if you're driving home right now in this sweltering heat.
Oh, God.
It's nasty out there.
93 degrees.
Yeah, heat index over 100, so just be careful if you're anywhere outside. This is the part of the day where it just gets stifling. Not that it wasn't earlier, but it really is out there now. Nicholas Cicero is on the bridge, so we are in good hands as we depart this evening on our 2-hour live tour. All right, Wallace Brushweiler is also going to join us later on in the show. Now, Wallace and Carl Jackson, yeah, that's our man. You know him, Carl Jackson, live every Saturday morning at 8. He and Wallace are going to be speaking tomorrow night at the Eastmont Civic Center. I hope you folks can help. So Wallace will give you a little preview of that. And last night, Carl gave us just a little snippet, a little taste of what he's going to talk about tomorrow night. If you did not catch last night's show, we're pretty proud of it. We had a pretty good old time and covered a lot of things. But if you want to hear that show, you can go to our webpage, AmericanAdversariesRadio.com, and then go to our archive, and you'll be able to hear that after tonight's show, of course. Yeah, we talked about a lot of things. We talked about Hillary and her speech, her rollout the other day, and I revealed to the world how I think that Hillary's strategy is actually pretty clever. I think it actually comes from Bill Clinton. I don't think it's Hillary's strategy. I think Bill Clinton has come up with this. He's mapped out this campaign. I believe he has it mapped out right through November 2016, and he is going to be methodical all along the way. Don't expect any more than what you've seen so far. It's going to be the campaign is interestingly enough, the way I phrased it last night, it's going to be all about Hillary, but then again, it's going to be not at all about Hillary. How can that be? Well, it's going to be all about Hillary being the champion of the po folk. You know, she's the fighter. She's the one you can't keep down. She's the one who's going to be up there fighting for you. She's going to be the one taking all the arrows and all the bullets and all the critiques. She'll be the one who'll be the happy warrior, to steal a phrase from Michael Gallagher. But it's not at all going to be about the emails. It's not at all going to be about Benghazi. It's not at all going to be about the server. It's not at all going to be about any of the things, of course, that we want it to be about. And just get used to it. That is the way it is going to be, and I think it's actually a smart strategy, because that's the only way she'll be elected president, is to get people to see her as their champion so that they won't care.
And just sweep everything else under the rug.
Well, it's not so much even that. It's that's what they expect poor old Hillary to have to go through to be their champion, you see. Mm-hmm. You see, all of this is concocted Republican, GOP, right-wing, conservative cabal stuff.
Yeah.
Right?
Honestly,
and so poor old Hillary, but she's not going to be kept down. She's going to be up. Now, whether it will be enough to win the election, I don't know, but it is the only strategy that they can deploy, because they can't make it about her record. Her record is disastrous. She has not accomplished anything. The only decisions she has made, she's either turned out to reverse them, or, of course, what difference did it make, right? So she can't go down that road, but it's still going to be all about her being the champion, the fighter, and this and that. Well, speaking of the champions, let's go Jeb. Let's go Jeb. Jeb Bush rolled out his campaign this afternoon to a raucous and rowdy crowd, doing a lot of stomping and stamping and chanting, and it sounded all the world like a real honest-to-God campaign speech, stump speech, and, in comparison at least to Hillary Clinton and the way she just drolls on and this sort of this cadence that'll put you to sleep, this was an excellent speech. I will say that. It is still Jeb Bush. I will say that too.
You got to give him marks for passion.
Well, at least he came out today and acted a little bit like he wants it. Last night I was calling him the oh shucks candidate. Just kind of nodding his head down and kind of slouching around. Oh shucks. But today he actually kind of stood there and acted like a presidential candidate should act. And he bragged on his record here in Florida, and then he said all the right words, at least when it comes to the Middle East and the task that we face over there, and the task that we face putting this economy back on track. He didn't really lay out any big ideas, but said we need some big ideas, and that's, of course, what we've been saying around here. Now, we've laid out some big ideas. There's two things you could do immediately that would set this economy firmly in the right direction and on a glide path that would only accelerate over a short period of time. Dramatically lower the corporate income tax. Then you don't have to worry about all these free trade deals, you see? Because all those countries will want to come here to do business if we lower dramatically the corporate income tax. Can leave the personal income taxes alone. Lower that corporate income tax, and shazam, you will see lots of jobs sprouting up everywhere. Second thing, drill, baby, drill. Drill, baby, drill. And, of course, that includes building pipelines and all the infrastructure that would go along with that. Just those two things. Bold ideas, but just those two things would get this economy turned around in a stone-cold New York instant. I'm here to tell you. And but anyway, Jeb Bush looked good today. He certainly had, I believe, the most raucous crowd of any of the people who have come out, possibly with the exception of Ted Cruz. But it was staged well. It was at one of my alma maters. I did attend Miami-Dade Southwest Homestead campus there for a little while back in the late 70s. He introduced the family over again. He brought Mama Bear up on stage. That's always a good move. Except maybe when it's Barbara Bush, but certainly she does still have a lot of admirers, and rightfully so. By the way, if you ever saw a picture of her when she was a young woman, she was a looker now, Not that, I'm not saying anything about that.
I understand, Chris. I know where you're going with this, all right? Yeah.
But, so anyways, it's now going to be hot and heavy. The campaign is really getting up into high gear. It is going to be exciting. The good news for the Republicans is they got a lot of quality candidates in the mix. The bad news for the Republicans is they got a lot of quality candidates in the mix, because a lot of these good candidates are going to end up sort of canceling one another out, stealing each other's thunder, stealing each other's donors, so to speak. And there's going to be old Jeb right there with his pockets just overflowing with money.
To use a pro wrestling analogy, it is going to be an elimination chamber.
It is.
They're going to be fighting each other and pinning each other until only the best is left.
Yeah, but I'll guarantee you there's some unholy alliances already been struck out there. Between, I'm guaranteeing you the Bush campaign is working with some of these other candidates. I don't know who, but he's working with some of these other candidates to try to nullify, if you will, the Cruz-Rubio effect, the Walker effect. And so even if he's not, that's going to be the net result. And so it will be a matter of who can keep up with Jeb. That's what we're going to see, is who can keep up with Jeb, because he has the deep pockets, he has the ability.
That's a legacy.
Well, not only that, but he does have certainly a good record here in Florida. He did lower taxes here. He did give a school choice here. He did stand up for Terry Schiavo over there, and so But in the meantime, it's the in the meantime stuff that has a lot of Republicans concerned.
I hear you.
And he in a way addressed the Common Core Corps today. He said we need to have high standards, but in no way should the federal government be involved in that. And so that is at least some sort of a nod to the critics on the Common Core. And as far as immigration goes, he said we would have a comprehensive package done legislatively, not by executive action, although he did threaten to use some executive action in some instances. So it was, as I said, it was at least a speech befitting the occasion. So we'll see if he can keep it up. We'll see if he gets any kind of bumps in the polls. As I said, if there are any of you out there who got that thrill up your leg like old Chris Matthews, or got a cold chill down your spine, I'd love to hear it. But as I said, Abe Katzman's going to join us here shortly, and we'll see if he saw the speech, what he thinks about what they think over there. He thinks in particular, and what they think in general in Israel, excuse me, about a possible Bush presidency. We know they're not at all thrilled about a possible Hillary presidency.
I don't know many people who are.
No, I don't. And by the way, the logo, you know, Jeb's taken some arrows from the left, and I guess some on the right wing too, saying, you know, his logo just says Jeb. It doesn't say Bush. Well, Jeb, it kind of is Bush, because Jeb is not his first name, of course. Jeb is his initials. It's his nickname. His real name is John Ellis Bush. So Jeb actually does incorporate the Bush name in it, so to speak. Jeb is John Ellis Bush. We are the American Adversaries. You are in the right place, so please don't go away.
Hi, this is Marilee of Vacation Travel Planners, inviting you to join the American Adversaries